And then I was reminded by my producers, were you in Blade?
Oh, I wish I was in Blade. The first two movies are fantastic. I am in Blade Trinity, which is... No.
I remember seeing this once in the theaters and hating it. Upon rewatching, it's not as bad as I recall. It's still a total shit show, but there are a lot of good ideas here that I didn't remember. The beginning of the movie shows a vampire conspiracy having Blade, Wesley Snipes, being recorded killing one of their human familiars. This is actually a clever way to make him look like a homicidal lunatic who's killing humans while claiming to be a vampire hunter. Eventually the cops bust Blade, but he escapes with the help of a group of young vampire hunters called the Night Stalkers, primarily Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds. Then this storyline that could be interesting is immediately forgotten, and we're left with a Dracula storyline. Now, Dracula's storyline actually seemed like a good idea for the third and final chapter of a series about a vampire hunter, but this might very well be the worst and most boring Dracula ever. First of all, he's said to go by many names, and in this movie he goes by Drake, which sounds so much worse than Dracula. He walks around in an unbuttoned shirt wearing stylish necklaces and brags about being at the crucifixion.
I was there when they crucified him. He died for their sins. Not mine.
You were there? Please. If every vampire who said he was at the crucifixion was actually there, it would have been like Woodstock.
He's played by Dominic Purcell, who I enjoy quite a bit currently in the Arrowverse, but he doesn't work at all here. In the Arrowverse, he's played as a comic relief villain with just enough of an edge to be taken seriously.
How did you get the name Heatwave?
I burned my family alive, and I like to light things on fire.
Ah, well, that's a colorful backstory.
Well, my shrink thinks so.
Here, he's all serious and looks ridiculous and makes about the worst Dracula you could imagine. Gary Oldman played Dracula. Christopher Lee played Dracula. Bela Lugosi played Dracula. Perhaps it's best he's called Drake because Dominic Purcell does not play Dracula. All movie villains have to have an action that demonstrates the threat they are to the hero before attacking them. Remember Dr. Octopus killing the doctors trying to save him? The Joker robbing the bank? Loki attacking S.H.I.E.L.D.? Well, the big act of evil we see Drake do here is that he kills two kids at a vampire-themed Hot Topic variety store. They establish a 1,000-year-old history for this guy, and that's the big action scene to show the audience how scary this guy is. Blade Trinity is a collection of good ideas with no idea on how to properly execute any of them. David S. Goyer, who wrote all three movies, got the chance to direct this one, and his lack of direction experience shows. Apparently, he and Wesley Snipes did not get along, resulting in Snipes avoiding as much of the shoot as possible.
After a while, he resorted to he would communicate with Post-its that he would give to the director, and each one he would sign Blade.
Blade Trinity was a production disaster that resulted in a disaster of a movie. Blade ended up setting a standard for Marvel trilogies, a solid first entry, an even better second entry, and a crappy third entry.
Hey, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And if you really love this video, consider visiting my Patreon page.